Hey guys, welcome back to AlgoYogi. We are doing stack series, and our next problem in the list is reverse substrings between each pair of parentheses. Let's go to LeetCode and give the problem a read. You are given a string S that consists of lowercase English letters and some brackets. Reverse these strings in each pair of matching parentheses, starting from the innermost one. Your result should not contain any brackets. Awesome. So we are given a string. We have to reverse all the string that is inside these parentheses and return the string after reversing all the substrings, strings inside the parentheses. So basically, if this is my string given to me, so it will have lower English case letters, and there will be some parentheses around some of the strings right here. What we need to do is we have to reverse all the string inside these parentheses. So this is one substring that's inside this particular parenthesis, this group, and there is another that's inside this group. So we will have to reverse first the innermost. This will make it E V O L, and then U and I will append, but this is still inside the outer brackets, outer parentheses. So we will again convert this, reverse this to basically I love you, and this is smaller case, so I love you. Okay, so we converted you love I to I love you. Alright, so now we understood like what we need to do. How are we going to do it is we will be using the stack to iterate over this entire string from left to right and keep appending it to your stack. That will basically store all of our these characters from left to right, even the brackets, as long as it's not seeing a closing bracket. But when it sees a closing bracket, then we're going to start popping and create our string. Then we will reverse that string and append it to our stack. So we'll have like a small reverse function. So we will call it small def reverse function, which will take like a string str, and then it will return reverse of the string. So we will implement this, and I'm sure you know how to implement this using 2 pointers. We have done 2 pointers series. So, but that's not the primary concern here. We will be able to write this easily. You know how to reverse like a string or an array. Okay, so in here, what we will do is we will start iterating our S. So we see an open bracket, we append it to my stack, then we see U, then append it to my stack, then open bracket again, then I see L, then O, then V, then E. Now I see a closing bracket. So that means what? I will start popping all of these values and then create my result basically. So I'll pop basically E. So I will basically pop until here everything just together, and I will create the string in such a way that I'm getting like the exact string in the same order. So I'll get LOVE. So this string I'll get. This has been popped, and I will also pop this value. I'll pop this value as well, because I have just received all the string or substring that was between these two brackets. So now I will send this to my reverse function and reverse it and append it to my stack. So I will reverse it using this nested function, not nested function, some inner function, to helper function to reverse my result string. So now after reversing it, I will get E V O L, right? That's done now. I have appended. Now let's continue with my string S. So I see now I will append it, then I see closing bracket, so I will start popping. So I will, and again next time I'll just again create the same string until I see the closing bracket. So I will basically have U E V O L and I, and then this I will send it to my this reverse function, and then it will return me the reverse of this, and I will append that to basically, and remember we have just popped out all of these values. All of these values we have just popped them out, even the opening bracket, and reverse of this I will append it to my stack. So this will become I love you. So now this will be basically on the I would say this will be on either we have removed all the characters, or maybe there might be a case where there are multiple substrings in my stack. So I will basically append them. So I will take my stack and return stack. Basically I'll join all the values in this stack. So that will be basically join function, and inside that I'll join all the values in the stack and return that. So you might be wondering why there might be more values. It's the case where, let's say if we had a string that is like I in one bracket and then you in another bracket, so we will have two occurrences in the stack. You can play around with this yourself, and I think this will be of n time complexity solution. Worst case, I think even worst case it would be 2n, because you will be doing this operation kind of twice for each operation. Once like you're pushing it into the stack and then popping out again, but at the end it's big of n as well, right? And the same goes for space complexity. Let's try to write our solution. I guess this will work. This is the first time I'm solving it. All right, so let's write our solution. First, let's create that reverse function we were talking about. We don't want to use anything inbuilt. Let's just create a reverse function which will have a string s. Then my I is pointing to the length of s. Let's point the last index, which is length of s minus 1. And while I is greater than or equals to 0, I'm going to keep appending that to, let's call it result. Let's call it result array. Array is better because string is non-mutable. You have to like again and again reassign the memory location to a new variable while you're creating the string. So that's more expensive operation, but this is less expensive operation. So result dot append, I'll just keep appending from the back of the string. So si, and let's decrement our I. Simple. And then in the end we will just return everything in our result joined everything in our result, which is res. Okay, so this will reverse. This is an easy peasy function. Then final thing is, okay, I forgot to zoom in, sorry. Yeah, now you can see nice. Okay, so what I'll do now is have a stack that we talked about, and we will go over all the characters in S. And if my character is equals to closing, then I'll do something. But if it is not, then I'll append it to whatever it is. I'll append it to my stack. So stack.append, and let's append that to my stack. Sorry, stack.append. I'm appending C. Okay, so if it's closing bracket, then I want to reverse this string that I'll be creating right now. So I'll be creating this string by having this while loop. So while my stack has some value and stack stop is not equals to opening bracket, right? So if this is the case, I'll keep popping out the values, and that will be from stack.pop, and I will append them in the same order they were there, appended to my stack. And so that whatever I popped out before, I will append that in the back of that particular character. So I'm just appending that character in front of my result. Finally, I will come out of this loop. Now that means I'm seeing either this, or I am seeing like basically nothing in the stack. Either I see this or nothing in the stack. So I'll just have a condition if stack, then I will pop it once. Stack.pop. That is because, although it might not, this if is not necessary, because that means if I did see this, that means I've definitely seen this, right? So I guess we can safely depend on that, right? I think we can safely depend on that. Then finally we are popping out this opening bracket. Then let's append whatever we had. So stack.append whatever we had in result, but we are going to reverse it first. So reverse it first result. This is what we are reversing. Reverse function is right here. I'm sending in this result that I was just popping out from my stack and creating the same string the same way that I have appended it in the same order. So now finally I'll be out of this for loop and I will have this stack. So I will append everything in my stack and return it. So return everything in my stack, joined together all the values, and return it. So let's run it on the example and see if we did any mistake. Example cases are good and accepted. Let's submit it. Awesome. Okay, this is a very good solution, very straightforward. We went through it easy peasy, and this reverse function you can write yourself because this is like really easy. This is the main core of the problem. We have done some similar problems. I think decode is one of the same kind of problem. Decode string, this could be called its a sister problem. So time complexity is big of n, and space complexity is also big of n. Alright, so let's go back to AlgoYogi, mark this solved. Awesome. See you guys later in the next problem. We have 3 more problems left, and let's just wrap them up.